All right, man. This is a lot of civil unrest going on in the city of Portland, Oregon, man. You have your mayor, Ted Wheeler, who's experienced being tear gassed by the federal agents. Now, President Trump, he sent like federal agents down there because of the civil unrest, and it's been demonstrators protesting for 55 consecutive days. So evidently, I guess the police force was unable to control it as much. They need some more arsenal going on, and it's been really motivated due to the flags. I want to say the Confederate flags, more the statues and the George Floyd protests, but mainly as well that when I found it interesting is that the mayor, man, he said this is egregious overreaction. He said it stinks. It's horrible. It smells bad. He doesn't want anything to do with this. But the reason is he went down there is the fact that it's more like a listening session to other people, and he wants the federal agents to be gone. Now, as I critically examine this and look at this, now the demonstrators and the protesters were actually chanting for him to be tear gas. And the reason is because he has a lack of control and responsibility, or kind of making his police officers be accountable for utilizing tear gas on their citizens. And he was very persistent with it until a federal judge had to come in and step in and be like, okay, no, we're going to let our police force and police bureau of Portland to utilize these type of devices only if it's like violation of a safety issue. They can't just go be armed with this and just use this against the people, especially with this protest. So they already feel like it's a lot of mistrust, loss of faith, and that Ted Wheeler, 57 years old, a Democratic mayor, he's not hearing their issues. And as I look at this too, this has been going on since Wednesday and Thursday. The protesters have been protesting around like the courthouse, the Justice Center, and they've been throwing like fireworks there at a building. They end up trying to breach a fence, and the police officers was commanding like, "Hey, we are allowed to use this tear gas." So the situation here is not being de-escalated; it's escalating. And I just think about this too, like the inner cities in Chicago. Yes, it's been like a lot of crime been going on for the longest. A lot of minority crimes, and just a lot of zones, and lack of peace and prosperity, and correlation with the law enforcement going on there. But I just feel like federal officers is just really not a good way to actually handle these situations here, because at the end of the day they coming down, don't know pretty much none of the people, don't even care to get to know or build rapport of the people and the citizens that pay taxes there that are really good and genuine. And they just more onto the orders like, hey, if you do anything, just to pass this line, we're trying to protect this, these type of federal buildings, then we're gonna utilize deadly force, and it's just gonna be a continuous vicious cycle. And I say to the young people, like as me as well included, that when to participate in protesting, you have every right to do that. The only thing is, I just don't agree with it's just damaging different businesses and being and participating in arsoning and hurting individuals, man, innocent people. That's the only thing is, it's been kind of messy. So we need some type of order in that. I do agree with that, but at the same time, man, I want like the local government, such as like Ted Wheeler and his city councilman, because you are a police commissioner. You should actually be able to like, okay, well, we're not going to utilize tear gas on our people. Like for what? No, use the standardized tasers and stuff that you have to, and just kind of have open a public meeting, like have your hands open to the people, listen to them. I don't know if he doesn't really, like, he really goes and has speeches about certain situations, or he's just doing that just for election year. But at the same time, if you really want the change for the city that you are representing, and they want you to be not reelected, you're gonna have to talk and hear what the people want. Is it the housing crisis that's going on? Is it taxes that's going on? Is it people that are frustrated that it's a lack of opportunities, or they can't even trust their own police department to protect and serve and protect them from these egregious behaviors, and they're the ones that's paying their bills at the end of the day and funding it. And so what's really going on? So you see, look at the statistics, see what's going on in the residency here, and offer solutions. That's why I truly believe that's the only way that you can really inspire peace and changes in communities like this. All of this has been going on to major Democratic cities, and I just feel like these mayors are just really approaching this very in a soft manner. They're not really going out here. They just pretty much reacting in a way, and it's very sad here, you know. And like I said, you got some radical people. You can't control everybody. That's why you had the police there. But at the same time, though, I mean, if you see the continuous this trend, it should have been a way like, hey, if you're the mayor, what can I do? What can I do to help? You know, should I control my police department? What are some of the programs and things I need to do? How, you know, I'm pretty sure to have open public meetings, and this is why I actually challenge that minorities and people who live in these areas to go out here and write specific agendas that you want to get pushed. Okay, that's going to really help in your order, and then, you know, maybe back some funding into it and have some political representation. But all that stuff goes into more of an economic stronghold. And as I think about this, well, Governor Kate Brown, you know, she's saying, you know, this is more egregious behavior. This is not a great thing at all. But at the same time, man, you know, it's something that went too far, and it's hard for him to, you know, get out of that hole that he dug up. And because you, for so long, you letting the police to get away with so many things in a way, and these preconditions on how they handle situations, really not building rapport and good relation and relationships with the citizens that they're protecting. It's a really bad thing, man. So it all goes hand in hand. So as Ted Wheeler, this is something that he has to really discuss, has something he has to really go back and meditate on and reflect on, and come up and do some, you know, type of actions with his city council and go on from there. Because at the same time, for 55 consecutive days, something's not right. Something needs to be done at the end of the day, man. You know, I mean, this can really block up, you know, just, you know, wealth going on. People might not feel safe coming into downtown or going near that city. So therefore, you know, money's not really coming in. And then you send the federal agents there, but really it's not working for the people, it's working against the people. And people are still going to be even more infuriated. So a lot of this stuff, man, it needs to change. You know, you don't really see this in more, you know, Republican areas or conservative areas and cities and counties, but it's more in the Democratic areas. So what's going on? Are you allowing this to happen? You know, do you want this to happen? So at the end of the day, man, you know, Portland and like I said, other cities, man, they just need to be right with the people. I truly believe. But you know, it's just sad though, man. Just hearing about this, you know, you don't really want that to happen to your mayor, who's the leader and CEO of the city. You don't want none of that to happen, man. It has weight of, you know, justice system and the mayor office and the fire department office, EMS, all this type of things that really affects you on a day-to-day basis. But that's all I really have to say. You know, you guys can like, comment, subscribe. To all the young people that's down there, let's just find a different way. It's good to protest. It's good to do these things, but let's not fight fire with fire. Let's do it mentally. At the end of the day, man, you know, let's come up with a different vision. I feel like our whole agenda is all over the place. And I think this is one of the reasons why we're losing, and we're just giving it a reason for federal agents to go out here and kill us. Because I would hate to report that another minority or another young person died and expressing their freedom of speech, but they end up deciding to, you know, get a little more aggressive, and it just gave them the legal right to go and shoot and kill them. And you know, it's just going to be a continuously vicious cycle. We can't afford to lose more of the youth. Truly, we cannot afford to lose more of the youth in this particular situation here. But it's just a very interesting thing that, you know, he got a taste of his own medicine. A lot of people say, and Ted Wheeler got some, you know, smelled the tear gas, and you know, just a worst experience ever. Maybe this can really change his paradigm, and to the point like, you know, let me hear the voice of the people. We're gonna do something about this, and not only that, we're gonna get these federal agents away from the city, but we're gonna prevent it to the point that, you know, we're gonna restore the family structure in our city. We're gonna help, you know, see what these young people want. Young people youth programs. Let's get stuff going, and you know, and you know what's going on in your city. And let's just pretty much relate and talk to, you know, Kate Brown, talk to the governor, see what else you can do, you know, different programs, different loan forgiveness programs. There are credit repair programs that you can help for individuals that get out of high school or get out of, you know, at least do 2 years in college. If they shot their credit, can they get it up to a 650 at least? And so they can start something and create and be part of creating, making money, or you know, contributing to the economy. So therefore they can get a house, they can have the confidence to start families, and you know, move forward and providing good generations, you know, at the end of the day. But it's hard to do that when you starting off with no money, or you starting over with debt, and you're back in the hole, and then you're just saying like, well, oh well, just utilize these government programs to help you, like welfare, just be stuck on that to the point that you're not even sovereign. So I just feel like these with Ted Wheeler is more of a feminine and more just a soft approach on how he's handling situations. Because if you can't control your own police department, then no one's going to respect you. The people that you appointed to protect the citizens are doing the opposite, it seems like. So that's all I really have to say. Just do it a smart way, guys. The people that's down there are praying, but it is getting ridiculous. So 55 consecutive days is too much, man. Because if not, they gonna continuously fight this shit with hate. So that's all I really have to say. You guys need to like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Lee Jr. Just be safe out there and share this video. I'm out. Deuces.